So, today we're going to be talking about Pokemon Black. I know what you're thinking. Man, it's the greatest Gen 5 game that's ever come upon the world, but this is a little bit of a different story. So, I'm what you could call a collector of bootleg Pokemon games. Pokemon Diamond and Jade, Chaos Black, etc. It's amazing the frequency which you can find them at pawn shops, Goodwill, flea market, just on the internet. They're genuinely fun, even if some of them are unplayable, which, they often are. The mistranslations and the poor quality make them unintentionally humorous. I've been able to find most of the ones that I've played online, but there's one that I haven't seen any mention of. I bought it at a flea market about 5 years ago. Here's a picture of the cartridge in case anybody recognizes it. Unfortunately, when I moved 2 years ago, I lost the game.
Hey folks, viewer mail time again. Oh, here's one from Sally, age 14.
You lost the game, you stupid idiot.
Keep those cards and letters coming.
So I can't provide you with screen caps, sorry. The game started with the familiar Nidorino and Gengar intro of red and blue versions. However, the press start screen had been altered slightly. Red was there, but the Pokemon did not cycle through. It also said black version under the Pokemon logo. Yeah, y'all motherfuckers thought we were talking about Gen 5. No, we're talking about Gen 1. Upon selecting new game, the game started the Professor Oak speech that everyone skips over anyways, and it became quickly evident that this game was essentially Pokemon Red, but for some reason someone had given it the Gen 5 title. Anyway, after selecting your starter, whoever you picked, it didn't really matter. If you looked at your Pokemon, you had, in addition to either Bulbasaur, Charmander, or Squirtle, another Pokemon, Ghost. The Pokemon was level 1. It had the sprite of the ghosts that are in Lavender Town before obtaining the Sylph Scope. It had the same sort of idea as the Lavender Town stories, but it only had one attack, Curse. I know there's a real move named Curse, but it didn't exist in Gen 1, so it was definitely hacked in from the newer games. Defending Pokemon were unable to attack Ghost. It would only say that they were too scared to move. When the move Curse was used in battle, the screen would simply cut to black, and the cry of the defending Pokemon would be heard, but it was distorted, played at a much lower pitch than normal. The battle screen would reappear, and the defending Pokemon would be gone. If used against a battle, if used in a battle against a trainer, when the Pokeballs representing their Pokemon would appear in the corner, they would have one fewer Pokeball. The implication was probably that the Pokemon had died or was deleted from the game. What's even stranger is that after defeating a trainer and seeing Red receive 200 Pokédollars for winning, the battle commands would appear again. If you selected Run, the battle would end as normally, but you could also select Curse. If you did, upon returning to the overworld, the trainer's spirit would be gone. And after leaving and re-entering the area, the spot where the trainer would be was replaced with a tombstone, like the ones at Lavender Tower. At first, when I was playing this game, I figured the trainer just disappeared and, they were just deleted from the game and that someone had hacked themselves in a way to stop trainer fucking with them, I guess. But the move Curse was not usable in all instances of the game, so that kind of threw that out the window. It would fail against any ghost Pokemon, kinda useless in that regard, but it would also fail if it was used against trainers that you would have to face again, such as your rival or Giovanni. So, whoever made the hack understood that there were certain characters that needed to appear, otherwise the game could never continue. It was usable in your final battle against them, however, before they would become, characters that didn't matter. I figured this was the gimmick of the game, allowing you to use the previously uncapturable ghosts, and because Curse made the game so easy, I essentially used it through the whole adventure. I mean, wouldn't you? The game changed quite a bit after defeating the Elite Four, however. After viewing the Hall of Fame, which consisted of Ghost and a couple other Pokemon I'd used for HMs and, my starter, of course, the screen cut to black. A box appeared with the words, "Many years later," which was amazing to have in a Pokemon game. Typically they don't give us an after story. But it then cut to Lavender Tower, as you would probably think, and an old man was standing looking at tombstones. You then realize that this man was your character. The man moved at only half your normal walking speed, and you no longer had any Pokemon with you, not even Ghost, who up to this point had been impossible to remove through your party by depositing them in the PC or by any other means. The overworld was entirely empty. There were still the tombstones of the trainers that you used curse on, however. You could go pretty much anywhere you wanted at this point, though your movement was limited by the fact that you had no Pokemon to use HMs, and regardless of where you went, the music of Lavender Town continued in an infinite loop, which was annoying to say the least. After wandering around for a while, though, I found that if you go into Diglett's Cave, one of the cuttable bushes that normally blocks the path on the other side is no longer there, allowing you to advance and return to Pallet Town, where this whole journey started. Upon entering your house and going to the exact tile where you start the game, the screen would just cut to black. Then the sprite of a Caterpie appeared, and then it was replaced by Weedle and then Pidgey. I soon realized as the Pokemon progressed from Rattata to Blastoise to every other Pokemon that these were all the Pokemon that I had used Curse on. And there was a lot of Rattatas, I must say. After the end of my rival's team, a youngster appeared, and then a bug catcher, and then I realized that these were the trainers I had cursed. Throughout the sequence, the Lavender Town music was playing, but it was slowly decreasing in pitch. And by the time my rival appeared on screen, it was a little more than a demonic rumble. Another cut to black. A few moments later, this battle screen suddenly appeared. Your trainer sprite was now that of an old man. The same one as the one who teaches you how to catch Pokemon in Viridian City. Ghost appeared on the other side of the battle, along with the words, "Ghost wants to fight." You couldn't use any items. And I had no Pokemon. If I tried to run, I couldn't escape, no matter how many times I clicked it, and I have played Sun and Moon before. I know how to mash A. The only option was fight. But, of course, using fight would immediately cause you to struggle, which didn't affect Ghost because it's a normal type move. But it did chip off my own health. When it was Ghost's turn to attack, it would simply say ... Eventually, when my HP reached a critical point, Ghost finally used Curse. The screen cut to black final time. Though, regardless of the buttons I pressed, I was permanently stuck on this black screen for a good while. At this point, the only thing I did was turn my Game Boy off and then turn it back on and reload the game. When I did eventually manage to get the game on, new game was the only option to erase my save file. I played through the hacked game many, many times, and every time the game ended with the same sequence. Several times I didn't even use Ghost, though he was impossible to remove from the party. In these cases, it didn't show any Pokemon or trainers and simply cut to the climactic battle with Ghost, even if I hadn't done anything that was considered bad. I'm not sure what the motives behind this hack was. It wasn't widely distributed, obviously, so it was presumably not for monetary gain, but it was pretty well done for a bootleg. Maybe the author was trying to convey a message, though it seems I'm the only sole receiver of this message. I'm not entirely sure what it was, the inevitability of death, the pointlessness of living life at all. Perhaps he was simply trying to morbidly inject death and darkness into a children's game for some weird creepypasta. Regardless, this children's game has made me think about the true morality that we hold and how even when we're playing games such as this, we forget that other beings have thoughts and emotions and stuff. And it kind of got to me. But if anybody else has played this hacked version, I'd really want to know, but let me know. I said that I wanted some shit that was kind of slow, but for some reason I settled on this. I just poured myself a little Jack and Coke and I'm ready to blow this shit out the water. Alright, let's do this. Ha! Yeah. Fucking Wizzy, that's what you gotta be doing. I'm fucking coming back and that I'm killing it, yeah. Everybody thinking that they better than me, but I know these motherfuckers never gonna catch this diss track. This a diss to every single motherfucker that think that I'm good, or the ones that think I'm bad. I don't give a fuck. I'm dissing everybody, and you know what I gotta do next. You know, you kill the drums.